Well, hello there. How are all you gorgeous, gorgeous people? I hope you're all well. So we've got to get straight into the meat and potatoes because I want to try and cram as much as I can into as short a video as I can. And it's exciting news because we're going to talk about whether or not Bryan Kohberger could have potentially been framed for the Idaho 4 killings. And I know what some of you are saying, oh, fucking hell, here we go. Here we go. But look, let's get straight into it. I'm going to share this with you. So this is some documents from the Idaho court. Obviously, you can go on there and you can look at the documents. And this is Latah County Prosecutor's Office document, State of Idaho plaintiff versus Bryan Christopher Kohberger, who is the defendant, and case number notice of Brady, disclosure and request for protective order. So we're going to come to that in a second on what exactly that means. Comes now the state of Idaho by and through the Latah County Prosecuting Attorney's Office and respectfully gives notice to court and counsel that the state has become aware of potential Brady Giglio material related to one of the officers involved in the above referenced case. That material, in the form of a confidential internal affairs investigation, is hereby submitted in camera to the court. The state intends to disclose this information to defendants' counsel, but because this information is confidential and exempt from public disclosure pursuant to Idaho Code 74-1061 personnel records, the state notice of Brady respectfully prays for the issuance of a protective order pursuant to Idaho criminal rule. Prohibiting defense counsel from disseminating the information contained in the internal affairs investigation absent further order of the court. Now, what I will just say before we look at this other document is this is perhaps what Justin is saying why people need to apologise to him. But let's not forget what Justin said. Justin had claimed that Dylan Mortensen was a transgender person who had been beaten up and hospitalised at the beginning of this year. He was due to have an interview with her. That never happened. There's subsequently been multiple images showing Dylan Mortensen as quite clearly a female child. He also made a statement saying that Captain James Fry was in fact a serial killer. He had killed multiple people and was at the time harbouring a missing child. Do I need to say anything more about that? He did, however, say that the Idaho 4 murders had potentially been somebody else. Potentially, he'd made a statement about that there was 4 people involved, and a question that we have sort of keep asking ourselves is how did one person do this? It seemed very plausible there was more than one person involved. So yeah, there is elements of, non-bullshit sprinkled in amongst other lunacy. But until all of his things come to fruition, he's got more chances of seeing pigs fly out of my arse and getting an apology. So there you have it. But if he proves to be right all the way along with everything, I shall wear an I Love Justin t-shirt with his face, my face, and a big love heart in the middle. But anyway, straight back into it. So some of you are probably thinking, what is this Brady Giglio information all about? And I shall show you here. I'm going to go back onto here if I can get the right screen up. And here we go. So basically, it's about officer integrity. And there has been cases where there is a Brady list that shows officers who have been involved in things they shouldn't have. Let's put it like that. Things they shouldn't have. And that's what it boils down to. Acquaint participants with Brady Giglio and their application to peace officer integrity. Provide perspective as the issues that surround Brady Giglio. Identify issues that may present themselves in the future. And there's a big lot of stuff here about cases that have arisen, and it's been proven that officers have done things they shouldn't have. It might be that they've planted evidence where they shouldn't have, etc., or used informants, or they've used people who have claimed to be eyewitnesses and they perhaps weren't. And look, who was a witness? Dylan Mortensen. Did we feel that she could have perhaps been coerced? Very, very plausible. Very plausible. They needed to get this wrapped up. They needed to get this, at the end of the day, we've said from the beginning that this is a lot to do with the university, money, revenue, and putting this to bed very, very quickly. Bryan Kohberger very, very quickly at the start said he was looking forward to being exonerated. He seems to be quite chilled out inside. He's not seeking medical health or mental health issues or anything like that. And to be fair, everybody who's spoken out about Bryan, about what they've known about him, even though some people try to twist that to make it look like he's some sort of weirdo, the grander scheme of things, it doesn't do that. It doesn't. He's just a bit of an awkward individual, and he's not very good at making friends. But fuck me, there's loads of people who are not very good at making friends. So this is very interesting because he could get off on a technicality, even if he did it, and they prove that, say, the knife sheath was planted, or the witness was coerced in some way. That's grounds for getting off. That is grounds for getting off on a technicality. So there you have it. Look, comment down below. What do you think? Where is this going? Is this going to go anywhere? Are we about to see Bryan Kohberger exonerated? I'll catch you all later. We'll have a chat.